I'm John.
I'm Catherine.
This is our RV.
And we're Sapps on Tap. So we're about to put in the wall-to-ceiling joint on the other side now. To prepare for that, we have our 1x2, which goes at the very top. We have the 2x2, which goes right underneath it. And we have pocket holes set in the wall joists so that we can join the 2x2 to the wall joists. And then in the 1x2, about every foot, we've put pocket holes so that we can screw those down into the 2x2.
Yeah, unfortunately, just because of the way that they're set up, we have to screw in the 1x2 from the outside, so we actually have to kind of pull the wall back from the outside so that we can get to those. It's not the way that we would prefer to do it. We'd like to get it from the inside, but it's just not going to happen because there's no way that we can drill down from the inside or even drill up from the 2x2 into the 1x2 from the inside. But
yeah, manufacturer settings, they had just combined it with staples, really big staples, coming also from the ceiling down. So this way we thought it was at least more secure, but we couldn't come up with a better way to do it.
yeah. As you can tell, we just got the first ceiling joist out that we were purposely trying to get out. So it's been a long journey, but we're finally here. It's taken a lot of hard work, but we're semi on the home stretch of reframing now. So we've matched it up to our 2x3 and we're just tracing it out, and then we'll screw that other 2x3 on there and shape them up together and get it put back in.
So we got 2 sets of rafters cut, and then it started pouring on us suddenly. So one set of rafters has already been put into the RV, and the other we're still hoping to get in, but we'll see how it goes.
Well, we got 2 pairs of ceiling joists in. We're doubling up the ceiling joists to make them stronger, so we're very happy about that. However,
It's supposed to rain for several more hours tonight. It stopped right now. Yeah, it's actually got blue skies. But it's supposed to start within the next 15 minutes and just go well into the night. So we'll be back tomorrow.
yeah, had to rush put up a tarp because we realized that water was pouring in on one side of the RV. Probably been doing that for a little bit too, but yeah, we just don't have a tarp big enough to cover up the whole RV, so it was kind of running down the roof and then below the plastic and into the RV. But it's doing better now. We've got it a little jerry-rigged so that it's not as wet in there. But yeah, so we'll we'll fill you in later. gotten most of the ceiling joists replaced, especially in this back living area. We've gotten 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 done completely out, completely new wood, and it is so much more stable. Before, a couple of these were single joists. They were just 1 2x3 up here, this one and this one especially, and so we doubled them up so that we can get up on the roof eventually and do some work up there. And probably tomorrow what we're going to do is add supports going vertically down the RV, because before they didn't have that, and so we want that because that'll just make it even sturdier. So yesterday we didn't get to film a lot, but we did get some done. We only worked for a couple hours, but what we worked on was getting supports for in between the ceiling joists. So before, the ceiling joists were just going across the RV, which gives good support, but not if you're wanting to walk up there, which we're gonna need to. So we worked on putting supports going like vertically down the RV, and we've gotten in about half of them. Yeah.
Yeah, and today, I guess we're hoping to finish that up. But after that, we're hoping we have our 2 front plastic pieces that we moved, or removed, and they have a couple of dings, cracks, and 1 or 2 maybe small holes that we need to start patching. So we're hoping to start on that today and work on the back wall, which we gave up on a couple of weeks ago. And it's time to come back to that. So
Yes, it is.
let's do it.
These are those supports that I was talking about that run down the length of the RV, and just due to circumstance we can't put one right there yet because that has to come out. But then same on the other side, and before it was just the ceiling joist going across, like I said, but now that they're connected, they are just, I don't know if you can tell, they're a whole lot sturdier, which you don't really have a reference for that, but that's okay. We're also gonna have 2x3s running down the length as well to add more support. Those are those extra supports that we're adding in today on top of the side supports over here. We've also got the rest of the ceiling supports in, and man, are we happy about that. This is what we'll be working on as well, this back wall. You can tell that there's some rotten wood still there, especially in the corner over here. And then that big piece right there is going to be getting taken out. So that's what we'll be working on. Well, as you can see, I've gotten all of the rotten wood out of that corner. It looks pretty good. Now, unfortunately, I haven't taken this one out because there is a screw right in there. I don't know if you can see the little glint of metal back there, but that's a screw. So I'm gonna have to get on the outside and take that out. On the other side, I've gotten just about all of the rotten wood out. You can see that little piece right there is held in from a screw that goes into that corner. So I'll have to get him out. But then what I'll do is I'll replace it, and there's gonna be a 2x2 that runs down here, and then one more that runs straight down into this 2x6, which coincidentally, I'm replacing that piece of 2x6. What you'll also notice here is what I think is going to be one of our biggest dilemmas, and that is the gap between the two pieces of aluminum. So we're going to have to figure out a way to get those to squeeze back together and reseal it properly. Now, one other thing I'm going to be doing is working on this little area right here. What you'll notice is that they had filled in all of this with spray foam. And I don't know, I think that what they did was just put this wood here so that they could screw the ladder into it from the outside. But they haven't connected it in any way to the sides. So there's really no sturdiness. It's just putting all of its weight on these bottom two boards. But then I'm also gonna take out these really nasty rusted joints right here, and I'm gonna do pocket holes instead, because they're just gonna be sturdier and they're not gonna rust up. Yeah. All right, so I had a quick change of plans. I'm putting some new wood in on the back wall, but let me show you what I found. So right here, there were two 2x2s. So two boards kind of like this. They were up there like that. But here's what I noticed is that this one must have not been really resting on where it should be, otherwise it wasn't touching this board. But also, even if it was resting on there, it was just a little bit. So instead of doing two 2x2s, I'm going to do 2x4, and that's just going to make it fill out the space nice and evenly. It's going to touch this board. It's going to be resting pretty fully on this 2x6. So it's just going to fit a lot better and be a lot sturdier. Alright, as y'all can see, that one is in there and it fits so well. It really does. It is just beautiful. This side is also done and it fits very well. It was a bit of a pain because this board right here was cut actually to a sharper angle, more like that, to accommodate two 2x2s. So I had to take our oscillating multi-tool and cut very carefully a nice, well, pretty straight line to accommodate the 2x4, but now it fits in there. It's beautiful, it's pretty flush, and we're tired, so we're gonna finish up today and go eat.